Hello there, Kyle Katarn here, and we've got a fun one today. The test footage for Star Wars Underworld has leaked. So more than 10 years ago, when George Lucas was still in charge of Lucasfilm, he tried to do a live-action Star Wars TV show. He funded it with his own money. It was ridiculously large scale, and I think it ended up being canceled for that reason, because it just wasn't feasible to pull off. And none of that footage ever saw the light of day until earlier this week when it leaked onto the internet. So I'm excited to check this out. Let's do it! Nice. Looking like an episode of Star Trek Voyager up in here. That's pretty good. I wonder how much of this is green screen. Nice.
Surveillance droid reports rebel activity in the area.
This is such a big scale. Like, how big was this screen test? There's hundreds of extras here.
You two move along. This area is threat level orange. Move along.
Threat level orange.
Hello. I was sent from Alistair. Thank you. Thank you. We could not have done this without you.
Rebel agent.
I think this is some kind of drill.
Like that Attack of the Clones music back there. This is crazy. This is what The Mandalorian would have looked like if we got it 10 years earlier. That gadget is straight out of Star Trek. That's some budget TV right there. Very 2000s. Is she hacking it? Nice.
How long have you had these droids? DK-904 reporting in. I think this is some kind of drill.
So apparently this is the lower levels of Coruscant, like 1313 status.
We have a positive ID on a terrorist vehicle. Let's check it out. Copy that.
The plans have been acquired. We will need weapons and your best soldiers. We will also need a ship.
It's crazy that George Lucas himself is behind this because it feels like a fan film. Like it has a lot of the earmarks of a fan film.
We have the ship.
Cruiser class?
Is she trying to buy a Star Destroyer right now, or is she trying to hack into a Star Destroyer?
I think I'm being followed.
Initiate search. Proceed with caution.
Get in the back.
Let's go.
I guess it doesn't really matter what she's up to, because screen tests don't really fit into the main plot.
Team 1, attempting entry into vehicle.
We got a shootout. Here it comes. Nice. Get out of here, Blade Runner car. Save yourself. The graphics on the ship do look pretty good for the year.
Watch it, watch it!
Blaster effects are good. Wilhelm scream. That's how you know it's legit. Okay. That was really cool. Yeah, that was really cool. Whoa. There's more. Is there? Stargate Studios. Okay.
Banking in. A little faster.
It kind of felt like old school Stargate a little bit.
A little faster now. Drop in.
Wow. Okay, so the entire environment was rendered. That's bad.
Okay, and kill it.
This is fascinating. This is really cool that we get to see this.
And Colleen.
And this is like, in case anyone doubts that leaked footage is authentic, because here it is. You know, there's George standing right over there. Wow.
Reports of rebel activity in the area.
How cool would that be to be one of the actors that got to be on this set, be a stormtrooper for George Lucas's project, but then it never got aired and never got to tell anyone about it.
You two move along. This area is threat level orange. Move along.
That's why it felt so busy, because it was all green screen.
Hello. I was sent from Alistair. Thank you.
It would make sense that they would use this technique. I mean, the prequels was moving more and more in this direction.
I think this is some kind of drill. Keep alert. Second team is arriving from the south.
It's so cool to watch this and then compare it with the behind-the-scenes footage that just got released of The Mandalorian, showing their enormous LED screen that reacted in real time to what the actors are doing. Like, we've come such a long way in terms of filmmaking in general, working with digital effects in real time. It's really, really impressive, actually. If you haven't seen the behind-the-scenes stuff from The Mandalorian, I highly suggest you check it out.
Show me your permit. We have a positive ID on a terrorist vehicle. Let's check it out. Copy that.
Cloth, long strips of green cloth.
That set was particularly cool. I liked the way it had such colorful lighting. And it really, you know what, it didn't remind me of Star Wars. It made me think of like Firefly and Farscape, if you've seen either of those shows. Still very alien and very used universe, but there was something just like a little bit alternative to it.
We will also need a ship.
This console has been compromised. Lock down the area and search the vehicle.
We have the ship.
Cruiser class.
Team 2 reporting in.
I think I'm being followed.
Initiate search. Proceed with caution.
So much effort went into this.
All right, come on in,
Let's go.
It's amazing that, you know, I mean, we heard inklings about a Star Wars TV project at the time. I remember hearing those rumors, but
Vader outside.
nothing ever came of it, and no one really followed up on it. Which is surprising now that we see the scope of what they were working on. I'm surprised that we didn't hear more at the time. That's commitment right there. I don't know how many of you have ever worn a full set of Stormtrooper armor, let alone fallen over in one. But that's a commitment. Once you're down, you're down.
Hands where I can see them.
All right, but they're gonna step, but they're gonna.
Taking fire.
Fascinating. That was super cool. Yeah, I'm really glad I got a chance to watch that. I feel very, like watching a little piece of history right there, you know? That was really cool. Yeah, like I said before, it really reminded me of shows like Firefly, Stargate SG-1 to an extent, Battlestar Galactica, like other lesser known sci-fi properties that didn't necessarily have the budget of Star Wars, the big franchise power. You'll notice I didn't include Star Trek in that list. Yeah, I would be very interested to watch a full episode of that, but I have mixed feelings. Like, on the one hand, yes, I'd love to see it because more Star Wars is always good, especially Star Wars from George. But on the other hand, it didn't look very good. And it might not have been a great show, so maybe it would have been damaging to Star Wars' legacy, and it's kind of nice that the first Star Wars live-action TV show we ever got is fucking incredible and is The Mandalorian. So it kind of worked out well in the end, but it is always interesting to see what could have been. Thanks for watching, everybody. Check out the rest of the channel for more content, reactions, and reviews. Leave me a comment if you have a question or something to say. If you want to support the channel, head over to patreon.com/KyleKatarnChannel. You'll get access to content polls, exclusive videos, full-length reactions, and early access for the big ones. Thanks again, and as always, may the Force be with you.